Hey guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I wanted to give you some insight on what to look for when you are choosing a psychic medium. So, I am a psychic medium. This is not like a biased video saying you guys should all choose me because I don't think that's the case. And I really believe that you should choose somebody that you have an intuitively good feeling about, that this person is not only going to be somebody that's going to give you information, but they're also going to give you some guidance. Um, they can translate messages that you're meant to hear. It's not all about finding a psychic that's just going to play one role in your life and then that's it. It's about somebody who's going to, support you and help you and, have good intentions for you is what I'm trying to say. So without any further ado, like my first tip on this video is to definitely pick somebody who you feel there's like a vibrational alignment with, and you feel this person could be a good match for you. You just have a good intuitive feeling about this person. That's my first tip. But I want to get into some things that will, these are the tips and signs that I really feel like you should stay away from when psychics say this to you. Not only do they mean that they're a scam, they're not a real psychic, but it also could mean something a little bit deeper than that, and I don't want anybody to get involved in this. So, I'm not trying to scare you guys or anything like that. It's not going to be a scary video, I promise. The first sign is when you get a psychic reading and they say that they need a lot of money, or just any money in general, to perform some type of like a curse, a hex breaker, or like, I don't know what they call it, but something that's gonna take a curse off you. They'll tell you that you have a curse and they need this amount of money to get it off you. Actually, this happened to one of my good friends, and she has been paying for it ever since. I don't want to go into detail because I really don't want to scare anybody. Like, this channel is so not about that. I always tell you guys. But yes, if anybody says that there's a curse on you and you need to pay this amount of money to get it off, not only is that a scam, but you don't know what this person is actually doing. I really would advise you to not go anywhere near that, not even to test it out or anything else, just for your own sanity, because spells are powerful stuff. And if somebody is like offering that, I wouldn't say that this person is authentic, but they don't know what they're doing, and you don't want to get mixed up in any of that. So anyway, this goes to my second tip, which is if somebody needs your birthday, I'm sorry, this is just from all the psychic mediums that I've met, and I've been doing this for years, guys. I've met a lot of people on the way that are like me. Not exactly like 100%. I feel like all of our gifts can be kind of different in some ways. But if somebody says to you, like, they need your birthday, okay, if it's an astrologer, I understand, like, completely, if they're, like, doing some astrology reading on you too. But, I don't think your birthday, I feel like if somebody were to ask you for your birthday, it would be to get some like personality traits, to get your moon rising sign, all of that. You could definitely tell a lot of stuff about people from their like astrological components and all of that. So I would really recommend you stay away from, like, you just cut the cord off, like stop communication with somebody who asks you off the bat for your birthday. That's a scam. I don't see any, like, I've never met a psychic that's asked, like a real psychic that's asked me for my birthday. It's a scam, guys. So my third tip is, if somebody is giving you a reading and they're very, very vague about like everything. So I feel like this happens a lot in like mediumship readings. Like, I don't know, I'm being told that this happens a lot in mediumship readings when you're like trying to connect with somebody. And they're like, oh, this person has brown hair, and it's like a man, he's older. Like, okay, we could start off with that, but there has to be some more like in-depth information coming from the psychic or whatever, the psychic medium, to really verify that this is true. It's not gonna be like 100% on point. Like, this person ate avocado toast sandwich for breakfast at 9:26 a.m. on this day. Like, it's not going to be like that. I've never done a reading where it was that exact, but it should be like something that would sound something like this. This person is showing me a will. There's a lot of names signed. This person's really tired of your family members bickering about this will. That is very authentic. That actually is coming from a reading that I've done before, where somebody did show me a box, and the symbology between the box is like a lot of documents for me. Like, in my mind, that resonates as that. But if somebody's just being very vague, like, this person had brown hair, he's older, he tells you he loves you, like, I don't believe that. I don't think that's real. Or maybe this person is just starting out and they're trying to get like a gist of it. But even that, like, I remember when I was starting out, it would never really be that vague. So try and, like, if you see somebody that's doing the reading, like I told you before, like if they talk about a will, they talk about a box, they talk about family members, they can number the amount of sons this person had, the amount of daughters this person had. Stuff like that is more authentic, rather than this person had brown hair, he died of old age, he tells you he loves you. Like, that's very vague. I've never seen a psychic, and I know psychics, I know mediums, you know, I've never heard of any psychic medium like describe anything like that. So yeah, that I would say that's most likely not an authentic psychic medium. Let me think. What is the next sign? Okay, so this is a little controversial. Tarot readers. I believe anybody can do tarot and be accurate about tarot. I don't believe you need to be psychic to do tarot, but I believe that people that are psychic who do tarot are, like, you know, so on point, like amazing, like intuitive psychic readers that are psychics, mediums, psychic reading, intuitive tarot readers who are psychics, mediums. Yes, they're so on point. If you get one done, like I've had psychics read me doing tarot, and they've been very accurate. But I've also had people that have read tarot on me that aren't psychic, and they were not that accurate. Like, they really weren't that accurate. So if you're gonna invest in a tarot reader, I mean, I would have some indication that that person is also a psychic, but you don't have to be a psychic to read tarot. In my opinion, if you read tarot on yourself, and this is personal experience because I used to read tarot, I have some videos up. Every time I've read tarot on myself, I have been 100% accurate. Like, I can give you an example. Before I started grad school, I did a whole tarot layout, and it was so negative, and I was so confused. I'm like, this can't be real. Like, I don't believe this. And of course, come to find out that all this negative stuff that happened, and it's not like anything like groundbreaking happened. It's just, you know, not in a good situation. But anyway, enough about me. People that read tarot that are psychics and intuitives are going to just be that much better at doing tarot rather than somebody who's reading tarot for fun, who isn't psychic, intuitive, clairvoyant, medium. Not to say that, you know, they're not useful. They are, because the tarot is giving them the messages. You don't exactly have to be psychic to do tarot, but if you are, it just makes it so much more accurate. The same thing with Reiki. A lot of people do Reiki that aren't psychic, whatever you want to call it. I would just call it intuitive readers. And they're not really going to give you a good description, and they might not even really be able to do that much. So when you're picking somebody to do Reiki, when you're picking somebody to do tarot, I would 100% recommend that that person be a psychic, intuitive, just to make the experience a million times better. And I feel weird saying that, but I'm just going to give you guys my tips. This is the stuff I do. I have an amazing Reiki master, and she's had some stuff go on, and she's tried to recommend me to other people. I felt like they were extremely expensive and they didn't really do anything. Maybe they balanced my chakras or something like that. But for the work that I would need to have done, since I am psychic, I would need more from a Reiki master than just somebody to like balance chakras. And I feel like we could all benefit from more. We can all benefit from a cord cutting, for entity detachment. We could benefit from these stuffs. And when I say entity, I don't exactly mean somebody that's passed away. I'm talking about if you have a toxic person at work that you that constantly, okay, I'm going to give you guys an example. If you have somebody that constantly is kind of negative and is bringing their issues to you, and it might not even just seem like toxic at the time, but if they want you to have a pity party with them, then yes, that is toxic. And if you indulge in that conversation, they could latch onto your energy. So this is why I say it's so much better to have somebody that's highly skilled in Reiki, psychic medium, gifted healer, to do Reiki on you rather than somebody who isn't. And guys, I want to let you know that there are so many Reiki masters that, for example, I've had the same Reiki master for 3 years. I live in New York City. There are so many people who do Reiki here. I do not trust any of them. I stick with the same person. She's even like taken a year off. I won't see. I saw 2 people that she recommended, but shortly after cut them off. It's better to wait for the right person, especially with something as intimate as doing Reiki or a tarot reading. Just letting you guys know, I want you guys to have the best experience with all of this stuff. I don't know what other spiritual, like ancestral constellation. She recommended me somebody that did that, and they were amazing. It was great. But like I said, just make sure that you have somebody who is a skilled healer, gifted, some type of psychic, doing these readings on you, because it's just going to make the experience all the way better. A lot of people go into these things that aren't psychic or intuitive or healers. So I'm just letting you guys know this. So yeah, let's move on. What's the next tip? I'm just trying to think. What do I see a lot? So this is another controversial one. When I was younger, a lot of psychics would come up to me that would stay in these like stands that say psychic reading, $5 palm reading, stuff like that. So a lot of people would say that these people are fake. But the fact that these people would literally run after, I'm not just saying this, guys. These people would run after me and like ignore the whole world just if I passed by them. This happened like 3 times, 2 of which I was in the city by my old college. And then one time I was in the mall, in like a mall in Long Island, where these women would just run for me. One of them told me I had like something with my aura. At the time, I had no idea what an aura was. This was when I was like 17, 18 years old. She ran after me and told me something about my aura. Didn't know what that was. So if you think that all of those people are fake, I think there's some truth in that and there's some falsehood in that. The fact that these people could read my energy from just, walking past them, I think they deserve more credit than they're given. So and I just want to let you guys know, I've never done a reading with any of these people. They would literally just read me and tell me like for free. They never charged me. So I don't know how much they charge people. I never did a palm reading either. But it's a hit or miss, because one of my friends went into one of these stores where they did that, and they offered her the whole spell thing. Yeah. So just please be conscious, be careful before you trust any of these street vendors. I don't know if they have like Yelp reviews yet, but definitely trust your intuition. Ask yourself the question in your head. I always do this. Ask yourself the question in your head. Does it feel like a yes? Does it feel like a no? the best strength that you have is using your intuition about these people. So if you get a bad feeling, please steer the other way. If you get a good feeling, then maybe give it a chance. Okay, I really hope this was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for being here.